Man, Chris, thanks for having me, man. I've known Chris for probably almost 30 years. We know each other from the barbershop, and he's always been in entrepreneur and messing with the Hondas. I still drive a Honda because of you. So yeah, man, just shout out to Chris, shout out to the BBC podcast. If you guys are watching, be sure to leave a comment and let us know who you want to see next. I'm sure you know who's next to me. If you don't,
we'll go ahead and let you know.
Hi guys, it's Tay Tay baby. Nice to meet you guys.
Being based like just all on the internet, tell me what's the story, how's the connection that you guys came along? Because this is only happening right now because of my boy Eric. Like, this is the only reason why this connection is going around all through. So big shout out to him, but let him tell you how this connection came through.
Yeah, man. So as you guys know, I'm Eric with Scout Fragrance, Eric Green Scout Fragrance, scoutfragrance.com. Go support us. I'm always looking for like UGC or content creators that are wanting to collab. And one night I was on YouTube, I was scrolling, right? Yeah, it was YouTube. And she was live. And because you're always on live.
I know.
Yeah. So she was on YouTube live. I think I just did something I did a Wallow book signing because we had a chance to interview him for the book signing. We filmed that as well, and for the YouTube channel. And so I'm scrolling, and then I see Taylor, or it's Tay Tay baby, and it's funny because just her name alone, I'm like, what's up with this little Redbone girl? You know what I mean? Because in my mind, you know how Kawhi was how does he say it? Just when I read her name, I was like, Tay Tay baby. You know, it connected to some memory with Kawhi. And then when I started watching her, I was like, oh man, she's cool. Because you're very intellectual. And that's what made me gravitate towards Taylor. And then we started reaching out to each other here and there. And I sent her a few fragrances to do a review on.
Mother raised me to be very loving, nurturing, and caring, and still understand my role as a woman. You could take care of yourself, you could love yourself, you could still make money and stuff, but you can still have the same thing with men as well too. Deserve certain things, but I do believe some men, are bad just like some women are bad. I think that some people don't realize how bad they are to people, and I think a lot of men do, have certain encounters because of the way they treat women, and then same thing with women. They have encounters with men because they treat men a certain type of way. So yeah, I go 50-50. A lot of people think because of the content that I make, I only strive towards men. No, I care about women as well too. But I do see a lot of things that men do as well that are kind of ruining the dating game and stuff like that. Trust me, we're in Vegas. So we see a lot of that. Okay. We see a lot of that.
But Eric, when you check out her content, do you feel like she advocates for both sides, or do you feel like she's
Yeah, that's so with Taylor, yeah, you can have some hot takes, but I feel like the way I'm going to give you an example of one of the pieces of content that I saw recently that really resonated with me, and how you were saying, let's just have a conversation. You know what I mean? Sometimes people get caught up on just wanting to be right. And it's it doesn't have to be one side. There's two sides to a coin. Let's have a conversation and let's really be engaged in the conversation. Don't be on your phone and scrolling or asking somebody else what their opinion is when you yourself have your own opinion. And I like that about Taylor.
So how do you feel about the people that are actually comfortable in their own skin and they don't mind? Their family they do know that they're in the adult industry and they do all that stuff.
I respect it. Okay. I definitely respect it. Okay. Can't knock the hustle.
How do you see women nowadays that standing in her spot trying to pretty much give a good message, obviously advocating for both sides, is it possible for women to do it nowadays, or do you feel like how the man told her she should stay out of her lane because she's not a man?
Man, it's a very. I was gonna ask Taylor about social media because I feel like social media is glamorizing, like she said, the 304 lifestyle, the Cardi B, and I feel like that's being pushed.
Because it sells, that's why.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
So you don't think the traditional family that doesn't sell, the weddings and all
No. I think the
weddings, yes, maybe, but that's because of the women and how glamorous it is. But I don't feel like the family role is
Mhm.
valued as much anymore. Women don't even like men, so how could we talk about husband's unity? They only care about the wedding. They don't care about the
They care about
Yeah.
the photos and the
Yes.
ring, but not the
and
actual
being a wife.
union, not the
Yes,
union.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
Yeah.
do.
So you're saying that women want to be a bride, they don't want to be a wife.
Yes.
Okay. So they just want the celebration, they don't want the part of it.
Yep. The ring and everything. Look how that's glamorous. You have all the attention on you. You got the ring. You got everybody looking at you.
Are you going off of what social media is, or do you personally know married?
Oh no, I've seen people like that before. Yeah.
But like, do you know? Because you have
Me-
close ones that are like married. And like,
Oh yeah, all of my friends are married. I only have 2 homegirls that aren't married. So yeah, I have a lot of my homegirls are married. Same thing with my family. They're like most of them are married.
okay.
Yeah, I'm very big on traditional values.
How do you stay up on social media, knowing like, because I see like your views and your followers, and they're always growing and it goes up high. Like, how do you know how to follow the trend and what's going on like in the world? Like, how do you?
So what I usually do, I pay attention to things on the For You page, what's trending. You know, you'll have like a hot topic, like a lady saying something, everybody will get on and I'll do that. And also I'll go to my Gmail, stuff like that. People will send me videos. But I always try to stay true to my niche, which is like relationships, men's mental health. I'll strive and do other things as well too, but I try to stay within that. But I try to do the trends and stuff because you have to. It keeps you on top of like the social media game. That's very important.
I was expecting like the question is like you're successful in the whole social media game on different platforms as well. So I see
Yeah.
your TikTok.
Thank you.
Would suggesting for somebody who's trying to do what you're doing, like, is it like stay within the niche, like don't veer off, even though say like I actually got in the industry, I'm interviewing like women about dating and all this other concepts that has to do with actual like relationships,
Of course.
but I actually have like a rap artist that I actually like, and like would you suggest like should I interview him just because that's my own personal liking, or just stick within my niche to be able to grow?
Of course, I always say keep within your niche, but you can definitely branch out and do other things as well because you want to be diverse. My biggest thing is I'll talk about relationship topics, but then you'll probably see my videos. I do cooking, I go to the gym, I'll have like other Muay Thai videos and things like that. That brings a whole different audience. Keep your niche and be consistent with that. Post like 3-5 videos a day, whatever you decide, and go live. Your main thing is to go live and get close to your audience. Talk to your audience, read your comments, understand that they're going to like you a lot more. Don't be a content creator who's never going live.
To me, it's like I commend her because she's making content, she's jumping on podcasts, she posts a lot of her personal life, and it's just amazing because most people don't want to let you in. They just want to paint the picture of how whatever.
The internet is supposed to view you.
Yeah, like she's in there showing you her going to the gym, showing her cooking up stuff, like little healthy.
Would you feel that it was okay to like get a little personal with your music, or have you always been doing it?
I've always been very in tune with myself. I don't like to be one of those people who just dumps things on people, but if somebody asks me, I'll tell you, especially if I'm comfortable. Therapy also helps a lot with being able to express yourself. And I also feel like, again, when you talk about yourself, it makes people connect with you a lot more. And then you're not just a content creator. Not everybody's going to like me, though.
Tay got a lot of support because
They
I'll
love
see
me they love
I'll
me.
see her stuff clipped up. Like you went on the Whatever podcast, right?
Yeah, 4 times.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
she went on the Whatever podcast, and
Cut it
you
up.
could tell the Clippers that like certain aspects of what she's saying because they do their own
They
edit.
clip me a lot.
Yeah.
They clip me a
So,
lot.
but she be coming with the real deal. Like, remember when you was telling the girl, like, yeah, you selling your body? I've never done that. I got a job. I got this. But it'd be real because to me, here's why I like Tay so much. There's there's a long list, but one of them is the fact that she's willing to put the work in. Like, she's going live, she's going to podcasts, she's making content. She's not just on, I don't want to say, I'm not knocking the girls that go on those platforms to just show their body or their feet or whatever. I'm not knocking them, but for her to go the route that she's going, I believe it's more of a long-term play.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, when you don't sell out, then you can be on a podcast like this and talk about more than just your body. You know what I'm saying? Like, she has more layers to her personality and to her experience. I think that's why her viewers like her so much. But, my question, when I watch your content and you're talking about relationships and social media, do you think that social media has helped relationships or hurt relationships?
I want to say a little bit of both. It depends on what type of content you're consuming. I really do think so. But I think a lot of toxicity is like on TikTok the most. That's what I see. Because a lot of people, especially no offense to young women, they don't know how to like retain a little bit of information and keep it pushing. They'll take that and then all of a sudden, babe, do you do this too? And it's like, there you go. Started a whole argument over a TikTok you just seen. Wish your body looked like mine. You wish you could dance. You wish you could. Why would I wish that? Well, you guys act like I'm some beast or something, like I'm a hyena. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm a good-looking woman, but I don't need to do that to make money. I'm not trying to knock you, but it's just an opinion. So stuff like that kind of irritates me because it's just an opinion, man. I'm not like going out and getting you guys or hurting you. So why mess up my content, mess up my flow? But it's all right. We back now. 400K on Instagram.
Dang. You know what's crazy too is like, why hate on you though? Because see, to me, when you're talking about the hate you receive from the fact that you have an opinion, that means that was something within them that they didn't like.
Triggered them.
You feel me what I'm saying? Yeah, because it's like, if you say something to me and, you know, trying to hurt me, but it bounces off of me, I don't take it personal, right? Yeah. But obviously, if you say something like you said, they got triggered, then of course they're going to come at you. So that's something that's within them that they need to work on, because if they really were confident in what they were doing to make money, then what your opinion wouldn't shatter their ego, so to speak, in my opinion.
No, I agree with that, because there's a lot of times where I'll go back and forth with women and they do that. You're masculine, or you're this, you're that. It doesn't hurt my feelings. I'm a tomboy. What do you want me to do? You're gonna get upset at me?
You're not quite a tomboy.
No, well, I had to dress up for this event. I didn't want to. I was gonna wear pants.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, in my eyes, I feel like I am, but women just don't get offended at things. Learn to take constructive criticism, because not everybody's coming at you in a way where they're trying to hurt you. Like when I make my videos, I think women think I hate them, and it's not even that. It's just an opinion. It's just an opinion.
What's crazy is you have a lot of empowering videos that are empowering women too.
They don't care.
And they go straight to the one where you're like,
do they miss that because they're trying to be entertained? Like why do they miss the message?
I think that, can I be honest? I think that women just want to not like you. Now, I'll give you an example. If nobody wanted me, I could see where that would be, but I can go down the street and, somebody will ask me out. I don't know why girls, they act like I can't get somebody. I don't understand that.
But speaking of don't you think nowadays, because of the way the social media and attention rolls well, like different angles, that a lot of women that, obviously all of us would probably agree that she's not attractive, but she thinks differently because of the attention and stuff she gets in her DM. Like a lot of men, like there are men out there that are like, man, like that girl, she's like overweight, she's ugly. Like, I would still kind of mess with her, but since I can hide behind my screen, I'll still message her. My homies won't know, nobody will find out, and I'll still give her the attention that she normally needs. So, like, he might be a decent, not even like attractive dude, but a decent dude that, like, obviously she wouldn't get, like, openly spoken to in public. Like, the guy is still sneaking behind scenes, still messaging her because his homies won't find out. He can probably hook up with her late at night. He's really, really trying. So, because she's getting that attention, she, like, doesn't see what you see.
Really quick. Yeah.
Well, Taylor's a beast, bro. She got a huge follow. How many would you say on all platforms?
Ooh,
roughly.
Almost 400K on Instagram. I think almost 200K.
She's killing it
there, and then almost 600K on YouTube.
Yeah. 250 on TikTok, right?
Yeah.
That's why when I
about mil views.
Well, that's why when I reached out to her and it was like she hit me back, and I'm like, a little bit of back and forth. I'm like, is this really you? You know what I mean? Is this some like
imposter?
Yeah, AI generated. You know what I mean? I'm like,
to share something about the guys that can pick up on something like a woman that's like established already. I would say that you're established. Like,
how do men level up to get in the dating game? Like, you hear a lot of stuff about guys getting in the gym or get on their purpose or getting their money up. Like, where's the disconnect? 'Cause I feel like men and women, they're not connecting. They're just, there's some. I feel like it's social media because people have the illusion of too many options. But what do you think from a man's perspective? What do they need to do? And then from a woman's perspective, like, how do we bridge the gap?
First off, I feel like both of us need to ease up on each other. Men and women need to ease up because we're still humans at the end of the day. None of us are perfect, and we don't know nobody's background. So some people might get things faster than others. I feel like for men should focus on themselves for a while first. Learn how to communicate, learn how to regulate your emotions, learn how to be stoic and strong. Why? Because you're going to lead a woman. You can't lead yourself. How are you going to lead her? And you can't correct a woman if your life doesn't look good and it's in shambles. So that No woman's gonna listen to a man who doesn't have his own things. I'm not saying you have to have a man.
Wait. She said shambles.
Yeah.
You was like preaching. How you go? Wait. Let me do my take. How you gonna lead a woman if your life is in shambles?
Yeah, but it's true though, because a lot of people like to do that. Same thing with women. I've met women who are, and I've been depressed too. So I'm not saying this to make fun of anybody. We will date men when we're depressed. We'll date men when we're not happy.
Just to feel on the spot.
Yes, and then we'll make that man like our Dr. Phil, and then put all that baggage on him, and then wonder why he can't handle stuff. So sometimes as us women, I think we need to be happy first on our own, learn to be out by ourselves, not sleeping around, but learning yourself as a woman. Because look, how can I explain to you how to love me if I don't know myself?
You're doing all right.
Yeah, that's what happens to us when we're younger. We'll date so young, we give our all, and then by the time you're my age, you probably don't want to deal with people because you wasted all that. I feel like your discernment's a lot better too. Like for me, I've only had 2 boyfriends. I've met women that had 6 boyfriends and they're so damaged. And I don't mean that rudely, but I feel like that's what strays you away from people as well too. So yeah.
How'd you get to Vegas?
I moved out in Vegas when I was 19 years old. Yeah, Los Angeles, California. Yeah.
But I mean, like, because I was driving out here, and I'm like, I feel like Vegas is just, it's just a lot going on out here. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm looking at the casinos, and then, I'm looking at the billboards, and it's like overstimulation.
To come from like being like the actual tourist and just being like you live here.
Yeah.
I think it's a while.
It does. The first year I didn't really like it because, again, I'm a homebody. I don't like going out and partying and all that stuff. So I'm like, oh, this ain't for me. But then eventually, over time, once I started learning places, finding friends and all that stuff.
You said to make sure that people focus on themselves, make sure that they're happy before they get into relationships. That's a gem in and of itself. Switching gears, social media. How do you feel people are underutilizing it?
Ooh, I feel like people can retain so much information from social media and they do not. Like you can learn so many things. You can learn how to cook on there. You can learn about therapy on there. You can learn so many things, and instead they look at the entertainment part of it. Like there's so many people on there that are talking about God that have no followers. There's people on there preaching about taking care of yourself. They have no followers. Like there's this man that I follow, and he just teaches you how to tie a tie, how to change a tire, how to do this, and barely any followers. You see, but they'll go and watch toxic people fighting on podcasts. You see? So I feel like there's a lot of things on social media. There's great people on there, people that are good artists, good singers, good dancers and all, and they don't get recognition. But people need to start looking at that more than looking at toxicity. There's nothing wrong with seeing things for what they are, like the entertainment part, but just don't get locked in that. And that's all you watch and consume. That's why their perception of men and women is so different now, because that's probably what they consume all day long. Negativity and that man versus woman hating stuff. It's toxic. Gotta have a balance.
Well, that's it for me. I'm going to be, appreciate you doing the podcast. Part of my content is what I like to share. Like, if somebody didn't get to know you, they don't know you, I want them to actually, you share your story of what it is that they can actually go back and look and be intrigued by and learn something from. I want to give you your flowers for, being able to get wiped off and get hated on by some strippers or whatever.
Thank you.
A lot of people just give up, and you have a good message, and you got, a good energy back through social media that you use to put it back out in the world. I actually just want to tell you, appreciate it. And if you can't share with them, what can they see in 2026 coming from Tay?
Yeah, what's coming from Tay?
Ooh.
The Tay takeover, the Taylor takeover.
I do want to start doing more collabs, and I do want to start doing more podcasts. But I want to do more podcasts where it's like this, where we're sitting as adults. I don't really want to be on podcasts where I'm going back and forth with people, because, again, my whole message is men's mental health, women loving themselves and caring for themselves, and not all that toxic stuff. I just can't do it.
How you doing, though? I know you were dealing with some stuff.
I'm doing good. I feel a lot better, I'll be honest. I feel a lot better, and this kind of helped, too. I'm super excited about this. It was the highlight of my day, I swear. But I'm doing good, though. Thank you for asking. I appreciate it.
So more out of the house Tay, basically.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot more outside.
Tay's outside.
Outside. Kitties unite.
Yeah, the kitties. Shout out to the kitties.
And lastly, obviously, if they don't know already, please let them know where they find both of you guys on what platform.
I'll let Tay, ladies first.
All right, guys, you can follow me on Instagram. It's TayTayBaby. YouTube, it's TayTayBaby. TikTok, it's TayTayBaby1. And I have a podcast now with my best friend Kay on Instagram, TKO Podcast _ TKO and then podcast _
Okay.
The link there will be to the YouTube and everything for our podcast. Look us up, y'all. Love you.
I finally figured out what it was when Kawhi goes, "What it do, baby?" That's where I got it because I was like fumbling earlier. Like I was a little nervous, but yeah. So it's Tay Tay, baby. This is Eric with Scout Fragrance, all platforms. Scout Fragrance, like a Boy Scout. SCOUT, Scout Fragrance. You're gonna see more collabs. Shout out to Chris, BBC Podcast 909. It's bigger, better confidence, okay? People say they hear BBC, they want to go, their mind goes straight to the gutter, okay? Bigger, better confidence. Shout out to the engineer. Shout out to my film guy. Shout out to DGI. Shout out to Taylor. Yo, you're a blessing.
Thank you, man.
You're a blessing.
Thank you, too.
Appreciate it. And you guys already know, another after hour show with good guests just like this. Follow again, subscribe. We go.